Hello everyone, back with well, I say a haul. I've got 9 titles, so not too many. 4 from HMV, 5 from CEX. I'll quickly show you. I've built up another cabinet and put some stuff on it. So yeah, got a bit more room on the other shelves. So I'll quickly show that. I think it's been 8 days or so since I've done a video. So yeah, I don't mind talking about it. Not only am I a quite honest, open person, but I think it's good for everybody in general, but especially men to sort of talk about mental health stuff. So yeah, the last sort of week or so, sort of not been feeling too great, bit depressed. I get sort of bouts for like a few days or a week or so, all it usually lasts, where I feel sort of depressed. It's not so much I don't upload because I'd be, too dreary and sort of like Eeyore on camera with no energy. But yeah, it's more just sometimes I don't have the motivation to do a lot of stuff. And if I've got 4 or 5 days at work straight when I'm not feeling great, it's hard to be there and sort of get on with my stuff. And then I'll get home and yeah, I just ain't got the energy to do uploading and stuff. But yeah, off on holiday now from work for I think about 10 days or so, feeling a bit better. So yeah, I thought I'd upload a video. So yeah, I've got this purchases video, I guess. Yeah, not so much massive haul. Obviously I've done a few big hauls recently, not got too much money left. So yeah, just picked up a few things. I have recorded a video showing my premium collection. I've only got 13 titles, so it isn't too long. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 9 recent watches. So I'll probably record that one after this, maybe upload it tomorrow or so. But yeah, anyone wondering if they've noticed that I haven't sort of been commenting too much on YouTube or on the WhatsApp groups or uploading anything of myself, of my own videos, should I say, that's kind of the reason. Anyway, let's get on with it. So yeah, if anybody's watched my let me move back a tiny bit, watched my, was it Roy started the thread, favorite movies from each genre. I'm not a massive fan of musicals, but yeah, I went with Dancer in the Dark as my favorite musical. Depressing film, but not only really well made, but rather than most musicals where the sort of cast is singing out of nowhere and everybody joins in and they all know the words somehow, even though they've never met. This one is sort of as Bjork's doing things like around the house, she'll be singing her little songs to herself and things about like the things she does, or there'll be like general background noise and she'll use that as like part of the song and stuff. Yeah, this has recently been released on Curzon. I thought it was going to be a 4K. Well, I thought they'd have a 4K, which obviously be a bit more, probably be like $24.99. Only seemed to have the Blu-ray, but yeah, Lars von Trier film. My favourite film by Lars von Trier. Breaking the Waves is a good one. Dogville is a good film, but it's a hard watch and it's all kind of set up like a stage play, so it's not one I really enjoy. But I think Quentin Tarantino did say it's one of his favourite films of the last 30 years, or at least best made, so expect him to rip it off at some point in one of his films like he usually does, I guess. Yeah, this is my favourite's a hard word because it is, like I say, a depressing, very emotional kind of film, but it's really well done. Bjork is great in it, not just an actress, but obviously her music and her singing. Like the touch how it does, I don't know if you can see that there, but it does have braille, and obviously not really a spoiler to say it's about vision impairment. So yeah, no, quite a clever touch, I thought. But yeah, Dancer in the Dark was $17.99. I know that's one Roy Barrett from Blue Roy Movies has picked up. Pretty sure Jodie's Movie Realm is a big fan of that one. This one I was tempted to go and see it at the cinema, but never got round to it. I don't really go to the cinema much. So once this one came out, looking forward to picking it up. It's Last Breath. It's Woody Harrelson, Simu Liu, I guess you say it, in Finn Cole. It's based on a true story. It's actually covered on here who the director is. I guess I can quickly take off the sticker. So yeah, it was $14.99, as most of the new releases are. Directed by Alex Parkinson. Pretty sure I've heard of him. Not sure what else he's done. Guessing it's a guy with the name Alexander, rather than Alexandra. Yeah, it's based on a true story of Chris Lemons. When this first came out, I thought it was going to be about. Don't know if anybody remembers. A few years ago, it must have been. I think there was a load of sort of school kids. I think they were from Thailand, maybe Taiwan, and they went sort of in a cave. It's like urban exploring. Obviously, they weren't really prepared for it. They either got caved in or stuck in some way. I think maybe the water level rose, they couldn't get out. So I think some divers sort of swam in through the cave system, obviously risking their own life to save these kids. I thought it was about that. Obviously, just when I first seen the advert, I think I seen the advert on YouTube, and the adverts come up. But no, it's actually about a commercial diver who, after a freak accident, is trapped on the bottom of the North Sea. It's only a 12, moderate threat, infrequent, strong language. 93-minute runtime, so not too long. But yeah, one that interests me and meant to be really tense kind of thriller. I like any films under the water and things, especially like submarine films. Another one I've been looking forward to for a while. Wasn't a massive fan of Longlegs. I think I gave it a 6 or 7 out of 10. It wasn't a bad film, but I think it didn't have enough Nicolas Cage in it. Quite slow, and I think it was just overhyped. So if I'd just gone into it cold and never heard anything about it, maybe I'd have enjoyed it more. I wasn't living up, what's the word? Listening to the hype when everyone's saying they're expecting it, or they thought it was the best serial killer film since Silence of the Lambs, terrifying, all that. But obviously, when there was a lot of hype, I was a bit disappointed. But yeah, this one looks a bit more fun. Is The Monkey. So also by Osgood Perkins. Pretty sure it's the son of Anthony Perkins from Psycho fame. Obviously, mostly an actor, but he did direct Psycho 3, starred in Psycho 1, Psycho 2. I've got another film by him on Arrow. Let me see if I can find it there. Yeah, because I haven't watched it yet, but I don't think many people seem to know about it. So it'd be interesting to know if any. Edge of Sanity. Meant to be kind of like Jack the Ripper sort of story in a Victorian London, but crossed with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So it seems quite interesting. But yeah, I don't know too many of Anthony Perkins in, but yeah, son is a good director. I mean, Longlegs is a well-made film, but yeah, I just found it a bit slow and that. But this is meant to be a bit more fun. I've heard it's really crazy, gory killings, but it's only a 15. Strong violence, gore, threat, horror, and language. It can't be too full on, to be fair. That Heart Eyes I got recently, that I'm probably going to watch this weekend, I think it's an 18. So yeah, I don't think it's that strong. But yeah, I have read the short story by Stephen King from producer James Wan, who does Saw and Insidious and The Conjuring and stuff, and then directed by Osgood Perkins. So yeah, I think Sammy G went to see this at the cinema, said it was quite good. I think he enjoyed it more than Longlegs, but I have heard kind of mixed things about it. Some people saying sort of 7 out of 10 or so. So I make up my own mind, but I've heard, yeah, it's more fun than Longlegs at least, which is a bit more of a serious feel. This next one is a recommendation. So when I go in HMV in Bristol, there's one in Bath as well, which maybe, don't know if it's a better shop, kind of, it's all downstairs, maybe a better layout, but yeah, the staff are better in HMV, but especially, I've spoken about him before, guy that works there called Matt, so yeah, I think I'll give him a shout out a few times on the channel, but really good film knowledge, always chat to him for like 10 minutes in there about different films. He said he's watched some of my videos on YouTube, he watches a lot of the other people, was talking about Nige, I'm forgetting the other guy's name, did their top 10 Second Sight releases part 1 and 2, was talking about that, and yeah, he recommended this one to me when I was talking to him about films. Charlie Varick, so Walter Matthau, I think you say it, Don Siegel film that did Dirty Harry, a few of the other ones with Clint Eastwood, but yeah, pretty sure the main guy in this must be Walter Matthau, I guess that's how you say it. I think Matt said he's the main villain Scorpio from Dirty Harry. I know Stuart George is a big fan of Scorpio, says he's like one of his favourite villains. When he dies and he does his like scream is really haunting. When he runs out of dumb luck, he always has genius to fall back on. I don't know if I mentioned, sorry, but The Monkey was $14.99, the same as Last Breath. Obviously, I just got those on Blu-ray rather than 4K, because I don't know I'm going to like them that much. But yeah, this one was $9.99, so not too bad. I mean, in the indicator sale, when they're 2 for $15, works out $7.50 each. But yeah, being as Matt gave me this recommendation, looks interesting. Obviously, I know Don Siegel's a good director. Walter Matthau, I guess that's how you say it, is a good actor. It's from 1973, it's a 15, contains strong violence, 111 minutes, but it is on the indicator label, so not only do I collect indicator, but yeah, it looks a nice addition. So yeah, once I do, like I said, I've watched some ones recently, I'll be uploading soon on recent watches, and then when I do the next one in a week or 2 weeks, then I should have watched this by then. So, or next time I come in HMV in Bristol, I'll let you know what I thought of this one, Matt. But yeah, looks an interesting one. So yeah, that's all I got from HMV. Just 4 pickups. And then I've got a few from CEX. I'll start with this one, Road Games. Produced and directed by Richard Franklin. Starring Stacy Keach. That's in American History X. Death Row. Quite a bad sort of low budget prison kind of film with Jake Busey. Jamie Lee Curtis as Hitch, Marion Edward, Grant Page, Bill Stacey, Thaddeus Smith, I don't know how to say it. Tell me who does the music. So I heard quite good music. Brian May. I guess that's Brian May from Queen, the guitarist from Queen. Vincent Montana, director of photography. Yeah, it looks an interesting one. Don't know if it's meant to have a book, but it's not in there. But disc is in good condition. I think it's showing on the website as £8, but obviously it's got the £6 sticker on. So yeah, don't know too much about this one. It looks a good front cover, but yeah, obviously if I see an indicator for like £6 or so, I find, in my opinion personally, indicator don't really put out bad films, or at least not the ones I've seen. Same with Second Sight, you've got good quality control, whereas 88 Films, 101 Films, Arrow do put out some stuff where I'm thinking, especially with Arrow, there's so much stuff that's waiting for a upgrade and a release. They put out a few sort of real stinkers, in my opinion, that I kind of think, why are they putting them out? What's it called? Jason Goes to Hell. No offense to people that are like that, but I didn't get on with that. Haven't seen Jason X. Guessing they'll do Jason Takes Manhattan maybe, and that's the worst one in the series. He's not really even in New York or Manhattan. He's on a boat most of the time. This one I've heard about a while ago. Never seen it, but it's got Anthony Hopkins and Ryan Gosling and directed by Gregory Hoblit. So I thought it might be an interesting one. Fracture. Yeah, it seems to have a good score on IMDb in that. It's only £5. Yeah, it seems an interesting premise. Meant to be sort of a twist-a-minute thriller. There's a microscopic fracture in a metal. Brilliant engineer Ted Crawford, played by Anthony Hopkins, will find it. And if there's the tiniest flaw in his cover-up of shooting his unfaithful wife, Crawford defies you and prosecutor Willie Beecham, played by Ryan Gosling, to find it. Beecham's legal talents and ethics are pushed to the limit as he faces off against Crawford in the cat and mouse moves and counter moves of Fracture. Gregory Hoblit, who directed Primal Fear, guides this glossy grown-up courtroom thriller that knows everyone has a weak spot. You just have to find it. But yeah, don't know too much about it. From 2007, 15, contains strong language. I find a running time 130 minutes, just under 2 hours. But yeah, Anthony Hopkins, even if the film he's in is not great, he's still a great actor. Never seen, was it Transformers 4 the last night or something he was in once? Sir Anthony Hopkins, but I'm sure he was good in that, even if the film probably ain't good. I haven't watched it, so I don't know, but it doesn't look like my kind of thing. I'll show this one now. It was one I kind of got by accident, so a bit of a backstory. Before I went in there, I messaged Ollie from Ollie Loves Films, saying I'm going into CEX in Bristol, have a look on the website, is there anything you want in there? Ollie came back with a list, I think, of about 10 films, so I picked up all 10. 99% sure, obviously there was a lot I was picking up of my releases. What was one called? Began with a C. I can't think of it off the top of my head now, but I'm pretty sure I picked that one up and took it to the till. I can only see one copy of The Debt on the shelf, but once I got back, Ollie kind of sent me across the money, like a bank transfer, and then I sent him a video. Obviously, I checked all the discs were in good condition once I got out of there, checked the booklets and things are in the ones that were meant to be. And yeah, when I sort of started showing him the video, I had 2 copies of this. I could have took 2 to the till, but I'm 99% sure there wasn't 2 on the shelf. And I definitely took, forgetting the 10th film he wanted. If Ollie's watching, I'm sure he'll tell me in the comments. But yeah, pretty sure I took it to the till. There was 14 I bought, and it looked like quite a new woman was working. She looked quite overwhelmed that she had to find them all. So whether she's accidentally gave me 2 copies, like Ollie did say, check both the discs. You know, the correct discs are in each one in case she put the disc to the actual one he wanted in there. But yeah, so I got 2 copies of this. Obviously, I said to Ollie, pay me £1.50 less than you was expecting, and I'll keep this one, so The Debt. So yeah, it's Helen Mirren, Sam Worthington, Jessica Chastain, and Tom Wilkinson, Academy Award nominee. Not sure if it's for this film or not. Every Secret Comes with a Price. Directed by John Madden. Don't know if that's the famous NFL John Madden from American football. Used to have some Mega Drive games of John Madden when I was younger. I think he used to be a coach, but he was also like a commentator. Sure, it's nothing to do with him, just a coincidence. Runtime, I thought it was 9 minutes, has the special features. 1 hour 53, it's a 15, contains strong violence and language. But yeah, Helen Mirren, great actress. Jessica Chastain, great actress. Heard of Sam Worthington and Tom Wilkinson, but can't say I know too much about them. But yeah, for 150, good, happy with that. Yeah, maybe not one I would have picked up off my own volition, but yeah, obviously there was a bit of a mix-up. Don't really know what happened. Still trying to remember the name of the 10th one I was meant to pick up when I got that one by accident. Might come to me. I'll tell you during the video if it does. This one I was looking for when I went to HMV in Bristol last time, and they didn't seem to have it on the shelf. Is When the Wind Blows. It is an animated film, but don't let that mislead you. It is meant to be quite a harrowing film written by Raymond Briggs, that wrote The Snowman and The Snow Dog. Snow Dog came 20, 30 years after The Snowman, but yeah, when I was a kid, used to love The Snowman with the Walking in the Air by Gavin Jones. Aled Jones, was he called? The song. This was 1986. Not sure when The Snowman was, but this could have been before, maybe slightly after. But yeah, it's basically, how long has it been going on? 16 minutes. I only got one more to show, so I'll read the synopsis. When the Wind Blows. Jim and Hilda Bloggs, voiced by Sir John Mills and Dame Peggy Ashcroft, are a middle-aged couple who put their faith in the government as they prepare for nuclear war. When the countdown begins, they roll up their sleeves and follow the advice contained in the real-life official booklet of the time, Protect and Survive. They whitewash their windows, build a shelter out of doors and cushions, take the washing in and put away packets of ginger nuts, a tin of pineapple chunks and a good supply of tea. Hopefully it's Yorkshire tea, Yorkshire Gold. When the Wind Blows is a tale of both humorous and macabre. Is a tale both humorous and macabre in its consideration of one of the most horrific possibilities of modern life, but it is also a story about love, tenderness, humanity and hope. Adapted by Raymond Briggs, who did The Snowman, from his best-selling book. The film also features an original soundtrack by Roger Waters from Pink Floyd fame, and title song by David Bowie. So I had heard the song When the Wind Blows by David Bowie. Is that on the Station to Station album, I'm thinking? Yeah, I'd seen clips of this and that on people's lists. So a while ago, years ago, when I first got Fred's, British film. See if I can quickly find it to show you, just to give it some context. Fred's. Yeah, this is a British film from. Can we find a year? No, I can't actually find the year on it there. Oh, well, originally transmitted on the 23rd of the 9th, 1984. I don't think it was released on DVD and that until 2005. But yeah, this is legendary for being shown in schools and things during like the height of the Cold War and really scaring people. Basically shows what could happen if a nuclear bomb was dropped. It happens, the nuclear bomb is dropped on Sheffield. It's kind of filmed in a really like Coronation Street soap kind of way, which for me makes it a bit more realistic and grounded and kind of believable. I mean, you can see a few of the images on the back. Yes, yeah, quite a disturbing, harrowing film. I think there was an American version called The Day After or The Day After Tomorrow, not the famous Michael Bay kind of film, Day After Tomorrow. Yeah, really grounded, some really haunting imagery, and obviously something believable that could happen. So yeah, this was really out of print in about £25 at the time when I was looking for it. I found it in a local second-hand game shop in my hometown of Keynsham called Game Scene, which unfortunately is closed down, for 50p. When it was like 25 online, so I was happy with that. You can get it on Blu-ray. I think Stuart George from Stuart George's Home Movies has got it on Blu-ray. When I was last hunting in Bath CEX, which I say the CEX in Bath with Ollie from Ollie Loves Film, did see it in there. I think they want £18 for it, so I'm happy keeping it on DVD. But anyway, as I'm going off on a tangent, once I started researching Fred's and I watched the documentary on YouTube about it, and The Day After Tomorrow, I think it's called, The Day After, people were also commenting about this one, saying even though it's an animated, it's still quite disturbing and that. I've seen some clips of it where they sort of built their little like fort with cushions and things and they were hiding in it. So yeah, one's been on my radar for a long time, but seems out of print, probably why it's £15, hard to get. It's a PG, contains moderate language and mild horror. Obviously it's on the BFI label, which is always a sign of quality in my opinion. Comes with the booklet. directed by Jimmy T. Murakami. Can't say I've heard much else by him. Of DVD in there, the Blu-ray. I will switch them around, as I said before. I like them the Blu-ray first. But yeah, looking forward to watching that. I've seen clips of it and things, but it's been on a lot of lists of like, not so much disturbing, but sort of poignant, powerful, emotional films. So yeah, looking forward to getting round to that one. Sorry, my cat was just going to go in his litter tray, and I don't want you hearing that, so he'll have to cross his legs for 2 minutes till I finish this. This is the last one. It's the Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. So yeah, one I've heard's a really good film. A few people I know, some girl I was talking to in the past about films and things, were saying this is one of her favourite films. This and Submarine, the Richard Ayoade film. I don't know if she just likes nautical-based films. But it's a Criterion collection, so I thought for £12 it's good value. And yeah, I've seen the cast of it. It's on my radar before I'd seen it in there. Bill Murray, Owen Wilson, Cate Blanchett, Angelica Huston, Willem Dafoe, Jeff Goldblum, Michael Gambon, and Bud Cort. So I thought an absolutely stacked cast. Didn't actually realise until I bought it, it is a Wes Anderson film. So yeah, Ollie and Sammy G's World of Cinema, both big fans of Wes Anderson. Not ever seen any of his films. Few of them don't really appeal to me. Probably would have still bought this if it was Wes Anderson, as I'm not against him as a director. But yeah, without being too harsh, a few of like The Isle of the Dogs and, what's it called? Asteroid City kind of looked a bit boring. So yeah, it wasn't really a director I was going to sort of grab his stuff. But yeah, it wasn't until I got home and looked at it I realised it was by Wes Anderson. So see what that's like. But yeah, Ollie or Sammy or maybe even Roy or anyone, if you've seen this, let me know what you think of it. But yeah, mostly got it for Bill Murray. He's a big Bill Murray fan. Not too many films I've seen of him when he's sort of older, as an older actor, and obviously he's in, I'm having a mental block, I'm looking up there trying to find it, Lost in Translation, I think that's one Sammy watches every New Year, did he say? So yeah, looking forward to watching this one and seeing what it's like, but yeah, another one in the Criterion collection, and if you buy it new in HMV, it's £18, so I thought £12 wasn't too bad for a Criterion collection one. So yeah, not too large a haul, but I will quickly, let me switch the camera, show you. So yeah, I bought and built up another cabinet. So yeah, I've got my treasured films on there, my VHS, if you're the premium collection, which I've got a video coming where I'm sort of showing them in a bit more depth. All the 88 films that go all the way down to there. A few BFIs and my book kind of special edition of 9. The animated film. I mean, it's animated. It is a 12. It's quite creepy, to be fair, about these like doll creatures after an apocalypse. And there's like 9 of them and they're numbered and I don't know why. Upgraded that one from DVD. But yeah, since I've got this cabinet, unfortunately there's a radiator behind it. So I couldn't get it pushed all the way back. So I'm thinking of taking the radiator off the wall. I think I've got enough space to put another one this size next to it and move them across. But yeah, I wouldn't say running out of space, as obviously I can turn all of these Arrow and Second Sight and that sideways on eventually, or zombie flesh eaters has popped open. I'll sort that out after. But yeah, it's given me, basically, since I moved a lot that was on this one, on this cabinet, onto here, I've now got almost a whole shelf down there to be expanding on 101 Criterion or Arrow, and then a little bit more space there. I haven't bought any VHS for a while, and then like a turn 9 sideways and get a few more on there, and then yeah, over a whole shelf there, so more room to grow, so don't have to worry about running out of space when I keep collecting. I'll quickly turn the camera back around to say goodbye, but yeah, so that's everything I've picked up. Oh, put the camera straight. And then yeah, like I say, I'll upload maybe tomorrow or the day after or something. Either the Criterion collection or my recent watches. I have recorded the Criterion Premium collection. I have recorded it, just not uploaded it yet. And then I have yet to record my recent watches, but got some quite interesting ones on there and some classics. Yeah, so that's everything I've bought recently. Probably won't be doing any more purchases for about 2 weeks. I think me and Ollie are planning on going on another hunt in Bath, CEX and HMV, and then the charity shops in Keynsham and things. So yeah, run out of money to tell you the truth. So get paid just before me and Ollie are planning on going on another shopping spree. So yeah, 2 weeks or so, I guess, till I get anything else. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. That's the end of the video. Bye.